Are you shitting me? Lord, and I feel just the same. He speaks his mind about that asinine asshole in our house. Yeah, John Beautiful, he likes to call it out. Yes, he does. Well, there's a blue dot down in Texas, that Texas Avenue. Well, there's a blue dot family in the USA. And all over this world. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
How y'all doing, family? Baby, it is Thursday. It is time for a Blue Dot family meeting. We have intercepted messages from the deep turd himself. And anyway, ain't this a shit show going on now? I want to thank everybody for showing up, giving us your time. It's the most precious thing you give us. Tammy Ames was the first one to jump in, followed by Oddly Wired, Randy Peterson, woo, pig, buddy. And Joy Peters is there, Janda Shedler and Luke and Lindsay. How y'all doing? Tamara Harrington. Y'all been going out to some really nice restaurants, dear. I'm really enjoying that. Stephanie Dean and Jay Clayton, because I don't want to screw that up again. Dina Michael, David Lettner's in there, Aussie Dave, Paula, Randy Kervin, Christopher Baker. We appreciate y'all showing up so much and staying involved, baby. That's what it's all about. That's what we've got between now and November to crank it up, baby. And it looks like there's smoke everywhere, baby. There's smoke everywhere. What's been happening today that I dug into? Well, for one, the Roger Stone case, of course, is big news. And we've seen William Barr there trot his little butt out there on TV to proclaim that what did he say? It's impossible to do my job, with Donnie's tweets going on all the time, and that he is not going to be bullied by anybody. He's trying to come out there and lay the groundwork that this decision I made all by myself, no outside help. Roger Stone didn't deserve 7 to 9 years. Are you shitting me? And all this other bullshit. So he intervened. Nobody pushed him from the top. You can sell that piece of baloney anywhere else, buddy. Out here in the real world, we don't believe your ass there, Barr. We never do, because you're a lying, stinking piece of shit that does nothing but run blocker for Donnie. That's it. That's all you do, is take care of Donnie's shit. But he's out there trying to say that the president's comments undercut me. Oh, boo-hoo. Shut the hell up, Fatso, and do your damn job, buddy. I'm telling you. Anyway, what else? Jessie Lou, she resigns from the Treasury Department because Donnie there pulled her nomination. She was being nominated for Treasury, and he pulled her because she was partly in charge of the prosecution against Roger Stone, so she's out. It's the typical bullshit that Donnie does, and he's continuing to do it today. Anyway, Barr and Connell could more crooked than a dog's back foot. Are you shitting me? That's about right, too. He's playing this game. He's running blocker for Donnie, trying to preempt anything that might come up with this, proclaiming that Donnie had nothing to do with it, when we know damn good and well Donnie patted his knee and Barr came running, because that's what he does. But anyway, what else is going on? Well, they passed the Iran War Powers Act in the Senate, and the vote was 55 to 45. We had 8 GOP congressmen, Lamar Alexander, Todd Young, Mike Lee, Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, Rand Paul, Bill Cassidy, and Jerry Moran out of Kansas. All voted with the Democrats to advance the Iran War Powers Act that terminates any military actions against Iran and forces Donnie to come to Congress before he does anything about Iran anymore. And Mitch is against it. And he's kind of pissed that he lost 8 senators to this. But what do you expect, man? How much shit do you expect them to eat and keep doing their job for you? But Mitch is against it. But this vote, 55-45, does not have enough to prevent an override of a veto. Donnie's threatening to veto it because he wants to be able to pull the trigger when he decides, not you, not anybody else, him, like he's going to decide everything else. It's not veto proof, so if it's passed up, and it did, it's going to go up to him, and it's going to wait for signature, and he, I guess, is going to veto it and send it back to Congress, and we don't have the votes to override him, so, he's going to keep his finger on the trigger, which needs to make us all nervous. The way this man does business, we should all be scared to death of him every day he's in there. And one other story I wanted to point out, because it points to the continuing saga, the continuing theme of lie, cheat, steal. That's what the Republican Party is. That's what it stands for. That's what it does. And it takes a lot of effort to really corral shit up, because in South Carolina, the Conservative Defense Fund, doesn't that sound like defense? Yeah, we're going to defend liberty. That's what they're going to. No, they're not. They're not going to defend liberty or anything else. What this is, Operation Chaos, baby. Because in South Carolina, the GOP is not holding a primary because Donnie's their guy, and they're not going to let anybody else primary him. They took that away, that possibility away. But in South Carolina, Democrats and Republicans can vote in any primary they want. Well, there's no Republican primary, so the only primary they're going to have is the Democratic Party. And Operation Chaos is all these Republicans in South Carolina are going to go run out and vote for the lowball candidate on the Democrat side, thereby forcing an upset. Oh, look at here. Whoever's at the bottom rose up to win South Carolina by a landslide here. What happened? And we're all going to be wondering that shit for a while, trying to figure out. Continuing the chaos. That's exactly what they're talking about. Continuing the chaos, making the Democrats look weak and ineffective. That's their theme, baby. Lie, cheat, steal, do whatever you have to do. Go out and tell your supporters to go vote for a Democrat, although they don't want a Democrat. They want nothing to do with the Democrat. They were going to interfere in the process of a legal election to sway the ticket to their side. There is nothing the Republican Party will not do to lie, cheat, steal, or do whatever. Get a foreign country involved, you bet your ass. Get the Department of Justice involved in your personal affairs. That's what he's there for. That's his job, to take care of the shit that Donnie has. Not none of your crap. Your crap can wait. He's got shit to do. Anyway, what are you doing, Dennis? How are you, buddy?
What's going on, John? Travis?
Hey, man. How's it going?
How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I had to take a couple of days off. Facebook is like completely a cesspool now, so I'm trying to avoid it. But I went on the other day, and I saw people that listen to you fighting amongst themselves, and it made me sick.
Yes, that's what we're doing. It seems like circular firing squad. Let's just shoot at each other, and I hate to see that. I really do. I was telling Travis, when you see me waving my hands around here, I was telling Travis, I love to see this shit because I saw so many people reaching out to say hello to somebody else that just came in, and it looks like family. And Keith Thompson, hello, Blue Dots. It makes me feel good. But then when we get into the raw politics and people start revealing, well, I'm for this person and I can't stand your guy because he sucks, it's not the conversation you would have with somebody in your living room. We are all entitled to who we're going to vote for, who we think is good for the country. The main, picture that we have to keep in mind, the main focus here has got to be blue no matter who. Somebody asked me, well, John, Bloomberg's going to dump a bunch of money in and buy it. Well, if he's the guy that ends up buying it, I'm voting for that billionaire and not the other one. You know, it's whoever rises to the top. This is not a pretty process, and it pains all of us, I think, to see the animosity being created within our own party. And that's their idea. Get us fighting against each other. You don't think there's trolls out there trying to throw in little, look at, shit. Yeah, I brought this thing up. What about LaRush Limp Dick? Y'all hear his ass today talking about Buttigieg? You want to see him up there kissing his husband? Hell yes, I do. It's better than seeing everybody else kiss Donnie's ass. It's disgusting because they're going to try to use any, that guy got the Medal of Freedom. Are you shitting me?
I gotta say though, there's a reason why I just cannot log into Facebook anymore. Other than, despite my opinions on Mark Zuckerberg and all that other stuff, let's put that aside. Literally my feed gets filled nowadays with political stuff, which if this was a few years ago, it probably wouldn't bother me as much as it does now because there's so much more on the line. And I gotta say though, it just, for the same reasons as well as just seeing people fight amongst themselves, it's like even if you're on, quote unquote our side, there's still shit being flung, and it's not a good feeling. It's not, and luckily it's not everybody, but I understand what you mean by it just becomes a little bit too much because it's like even in our own party lines, sometimes it's hard to get away from all the chaos, and that's the point about Blue. No matter who, we want to get rid of the chaos, and we all got to band together to get rid of that chaos. And it's also frightening if we can't get our shit together and vote out the chaos. So I get you, Dennis.
It is. It's disheartening, and especially if you, Randy Kervin and Leo Sahaki and others out there, Velda probably. You get the hate. Don't think you don't. You're going to get it as soon as you open your mouth and declare what you think. Somebody else is going to come shit on your parade. That's okay. Are you shitting me? Travis pointed out that our neighbor across the street conveniently relocated his Trump 2020 No More Bullshit banner over to the left of his side over there, where now I can see it when I just look out my front door. That's right across the street. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Really in the long run, though, I also find it, is it petty? Yeah. But you know what? We get under their skin just enough to piss them off and all that other shit.
I don't give a shit.
Because here's the thing, I would love to be flying my own set of shit out here. But am I going to? No, I don't want to get vandalized and all that other shit.
I don't trust them.
No, I don't.
I really don't trust somebody to come down here and vandalize my shop, shoot my donkey or something like that. No, yeah. I don't put it past these people.
No, they're fucking nuts.
And they're listening, so I don't really give a fuck when they're listening. Mm-hmm. That's what I fear.
And that's the sad part, really, is they are listening.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you got anything fucking better
Hello,
to do with your
boys.
time?
How y'all doing tonight? Suck it up, assholes.
Well, no, that's the thing. It's like, do you have anything better to do?
No.
How about listening to someone you agree with, not someone you disagree with and hate?
A couple of them are just now sitting and looking at fucking asshole, plotting some misery for me or some shit. I don't know. Who gives a crap? You can't live your life with that shit.
Let me add to that. I know a few months ago I told y'all that a neighbor on the main street right outside my neighborhood,
right,
probably like maybe a quarter mile from my house, somebody put up a Trump flag. It's American flag and Trump flag. That's, right outside my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Someone on my street, an older couple, probably, I think they're like in their 80s, put up a 5-foot by 7-foot banner, Trump 2020. It's like 3 houses down.
Oh, yeah. Don't you love it? Don't you love it?
And they know, because my next door neighbors are they're the gossips of the neighborhood, and they're Trump supporters.
They know everything you're doing. That's the same way I am.
So they're really good friends with that older couple. So I know they
don't let that shit get you down, bub. Really, it's hard. It's not it's not the funnest time in the neighborhood knowing your neighbors are fucked up idiots. But hold your head up, bub. I do every time I drive out my driveway. I wave at every fucking one of them. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm not turning into an asshole. I'm the same guy I was when I moved out here. What, 16 years ago, some shit?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the kicker, though. My neighbors if I'm in my house and I'm looking to the left, my neighbors on the other side hate Trump. They are a very outspoken black family that live almost directly across from this other family.
Right.
And I was like, God, y'all have some fucking balls, because they
Right?
will
Good.
tell you. They
Good.
will tell you.
Good.
Oh man.
They will not hold back at all. They're like Bernadette times 10.
Oh boy, howdy shit.
Oh man.
That would be rough. That would be rough.
Is that the thundering I'm hearing outside then? Jesus.
Damn.
Well, good though. I mean, that's the thing though. At least we can take pride. We don't have gross ass tramp stamps all over our yard. I'm just saying, you know.
You're not. You. They're trying to make you feel like you're the minority,
Mm-hmm.
and when in fact you are not the minority. You are in the majority of Americans that have stood up against this bullshit. There is no doubt about that whatsoever. You take away the Electoral College, he would not be in there. He lost the popular vote. We won it by, 5 million? I don't know. How many illegal voters did we have going back and forth, changing their clothes, going back in and voting and all that kind of crap that he says? I don't know. I don't let it get me down. I tend to my own shit. The only time I have any interaction with him is if I wave at him when I'm passing him on the street, or if somebody comes up in my yard, which they don't do. They don't do. They don't come on my property. They're not welcome here. They're just not. And that's sad to say. But you draw your lines and you live your life the way that you feel good about. If you are on this side, if you're a blue dot, if you're a liberal, if you're, anybody with a heart, then don't be bullied or feeling bad because your neighbor's a dick.
And flying a dumbass sign.
And flying a dumbass sign that he's going to have to suck up the rest of his life when this asshole gets ejected out and dragged out, because he's not going to leave peaceably. It's going to be, Marcia worries about it. My wife worries about it.
It isn't to say I don't worry about it. That's the reason why I don't fly anything, because I'm not going to look for,
Well, we're at the end of the street, and she always thinks there's only one way in and out of here.
No, there's not. There's other ways out.
No, but I don't have to worry. Come on down to my side, baby.
Yeah.
Why would I want to go that way? Y'all want my ass? Come down here.
Mm-hmm.
I've never made any bones about it.
Yeah.
Look up the Texas castle law.
Yeah.
It's not just Republicans, baby.
I want to clarify that my neighbors that are the Trump supporters that live next door, they're very nice people. I've known them since before I moved in. We just don't agree on politics. Pretty much everything else, they're really nice.
That is the sad part of it. That you lose, camaraderie or fellowship with somebody that you knew before and were fine with.
Hey, at the very least, you can say that about them. I can't say a single thing like that about any of our neighbors. And I mean, for real, I wish I could. I legitimately wish I can say something nice about the neighbors flying these. Well, okay, one of the houses, I don't even know who they are. I never met them, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But then again, flying that flag, it's like, well,
you've
told me enough. But as far as the others that we knew before the flag started flying, I have nothing nice to say about them. In fact, most of them, the difference between me and Dad is Dad's very nice by default. You're the nice guy. You try to be friendly to everybody.
Yeah.
I
Give
get
me a
tired
reason
of people
not to, and I'm hell.
I get tired of people's bullshit really quick, and they were people I'm like, nah, just get bad vibes about them, and sure enough shit we get to hear, and here we are. So anyway, we want to welcome S.C. Smith to the room. How's it going, man?
Hey, good to hear y'all. How's it going, everybody?
You let him in here?
Yeah, of course I let him in here.
Shit. Hey, S.C., how you doing, bud?
Doing good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Everything in Florida all right?
Yeah, it's going good. Going good. Can't
Good.
complain. I don't have no Trump neighbors anywhere close to me, so that I know of.
Yeah, you're
Lucky man.
Lucky
man.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they're around. They just don't. They're just not advertising. But as far as in my apartment complex, I don't think there's too many around.
Oh, there you go.
That's good. Yeah. Depends on what side of town you are that you get on. That's when you start to see certain signs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, stay away from the
It makes me miss the days when Beto was running, because going through the streets of Corpus, there was just so many Beto signs, and it's like, I have hope in this city. And it was like, I
when
feel
Beto
pretty
was running,
good.
you see a lot of Beto signs.
Yeah.
Now you go into town, you'll probably see more. I don't know if you'd see more Trump signs. Did you see what the thing is, though? It is just like when Beto was running. People were excited for him. They're excited. If you're a Trumper, you're excited for him. You really are. You want to put your sign out there because you think he's doing, oh, look at this shit. He's going to piss off everybody, and he don't care because that's the way these people think. They think, oh, look, he kicked over the garbage can. That's cool. It's not cool. He burning the Constitution up, and they laugh. They think it's funny. Well, look at the stock market, John. Fuck your stock market. I don't sell my country
don't
out.
have any damn stock.
No. 12% of this country, 12%, the top 12%, own 80-something% of the stock market. You might have a little bit of 401k making it a little bit better, but I guarantee you it's not you making the big money. It's just, this is all set up to, as is everything else, it seems in life. It's designed to make rich people richer. I don't know. But all we can do is meddle on.
Yeah. And I don't even people that I have a suspicion might be a Trump supporter. I don't even go there with them. I don't want to argue with them. I don't want to.
No.
I just
No.
don't.
Yeah.
No. If I get caught, like Travis said, I'm the nice guy. I'm not going to bring up politics with anybody.
Jesus
right
Christ, you and I on the show, I mean, and depending on certain things that we talk about, you're literally good cop and I'm bad cop.
That's it.
And then what's funny is then certain
That's
things
it.
come up and
I'm
I'm
a
the good
nice
cop.
guy.
But then I'm the good cop and you're the bad cop in some things. That is the most hilarious thought. Sorry, I had to chime in with that before I lost that thought because, man, I'm not going to look at us the same ever again.
Johnny Fly, what are you doing in here, buddy?
Oh, not much. Just hanging out. How about you?
Just doing the same thing. Hanging loose, buddy. It's Thursday.
Hey, what do you
It's
think
the
of that?
night before Beer and Bud Friday.
Yeah.
What can you
What do
say?
you think of that? What do you think of that? Did you hear about the Attorney General? He was saying, I'm not going to let President Trump bully me around. or
Yeah,
something like
isn't that nice? He read the script real good. If
he
you're
did.
trying to tell me he came out to make this about trying to show the world that he's not being bullied by Trump, that he's not Trump's, it's a pile of crap. It's just like everything else the man has produced. It's bullshit trying to come out. There's nothing to see here. Go on about your business. I have it all under control. Screw you, asshole. We know you're a lying asshole and just working for D. That's it. You're working for the orange turd. He is the, what I call it in the messenger today. And I put out a Facebook message that said interceptions from the TTJ. That's the top turd in justice. Changed his dispatch after receiving messages from the orange turd. OJ, OT.
You have such a nice terms of endearment for our Trumpy boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot of things I call him every day, repeatedly too. I mean, it's not like I just restrict it to one time a day.
Yeah.
I
that's
use it
true.
abundantly.
I was at the local restaurant. I wasn't in for about 3 weeks there, and I went in, and of course when they saw me, they had to rub it in. Oh. The one waitress said, "Oh, I was going to bring the paper in like Trump was acquitted." I said, "But remember one thing: he'll always be impeached. Always.
He's always going to be impeached.
Right.
He was acquitted.
Right.
Well, he's still impeached, baby. Sorry, that's what happens to crooked presidents. Presidents that do things wrong, they get impeached.
But did you say he could be impeached more than once? I don't think they're going to do that, though. Do you?
They can be impeached more than once. Will it happen again?
I have my doubts personally.
I don't think so.
I do too.
Because Nancy, like she said, we could chase their if we chased every lie they made, we'd be doing it every day until now, till there has to be some investigations though. There needs to be somebody digging into shit, because if you don't dig into it, it just gives them more latitude to do whatever the hell they want, and they're already at that point.
Yeah, they're already.
I hope they do. I hope they keep investigating them, because they're, like you said many times, they're just saying right up, right in your face. It's like, fuck you. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Everything they're doing is out and open because they don't care. Because right now, Donnie knows he has the Republican Senate in his palm. But now 8 of them just voted against his ass after this shit. This shit he is doing is I'm sorry, Johnny, go ahead.
That's okay. I was just going to say, too, I heard that there may be more prosecutors resigning or something.
That's what they're talking about.
I think there was another one today, I think.
Yeah. Well, Jessie Lou, she resigned from Treasury.
That was.
Yeah. And then, but I understand there's supposed to be more resignations coming out of DOJ, out of Justice.
That's what I'm hearing, too, yeah. Well, you can do so much. You do your job, and then you get shit on. So I don't blame her for resigning.
No, you got to think about these people that work for the department, all these high-fluting attorneys that are attorney generals across the country that have the reason they're there is because of their expertise. These aren't the first lawyers coming in the door or somebody handling Roger Stone. These are the cream of the crop, baby. These are good American lawyers for the Department of Justice. They bring a case and they present it to the judge. They get the guy guilty and they present their sentencing. And what happens? You get Barr riding over the hill saying, no, I protest. It's not his business. That's not his job to oversee every case, although he will tell you that. If that were the case, then why don't we just do away with all attorney generals and have everything just come through William Barr and find out if it's okay with Donnie? Because that's where this is going. This is going to the place where Donnie makes all the laws. He decides personal liability. In the case of Chief Gallagher, right down to a military court, reach in and grab somebody out and say, "No, I'm protecting you."
John, if all these people keep resigning, well, who the hell are we going to have left? Then I think it's going to be an opportunity. Trump's going to start putting his own people in, don't you think?
Yes. Well,
you see Hope Hicks come back today or something, didn't she?
Yes, Hope Hicks is coming back too.
Yeah, what the hell was that about?
Shit.
What was it?
In your face with a tomato. Who cares? That's what he means. That's what he does. He doesn't give a shit what you think. Yeah. Well, Hope Hicks, she held all the secrets before.
Tell you what, it's going to be crazy till November gets here. They ain't telling who's going to be there.
No, we're going to see a lot of shit. Hello, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, John, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing fine, and you?
I'm already tired.
What undisclosed location are you at now?
I'm at Boston Logan Airport.
Jeez,
my flight is delayed, unfortunately. My flight is delayed by an hour and a half.
Oh, boy, how shit. Well, we're lucky. We get to talk to you.
Tomorrow is a relaxed day, and then Saturday night, I strike out for Israel.
Oh, boy, how shit.
I'll get to Israel on Sunday afternoon. And I teach Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, I have to fly Krakow, Poland.
Wow.
Teach Thursday and Friday, and I come back Saturday.
Wow.
That is an adventure.
What? There must be a mix-up somewhere because I didn't get the tickets to pick up your bags or nothing. I'm looking.
All right, I'll have to check on that.
Yeah,
John.
check on that, Mitch. Make sure you get the address right. Boy,
I've got a question for you, Mitch.
What's that?
I know I've asked John this before, and I'm gonna roll the dice because I know it's a bit sensitive to some of the viewers, but I'm curious for another perspective. Being that I know that you support Bernie Sanders, and I respect that, and I'm still undecided, but he's one of my final few.
He's in the top.
Yeah. So to the
top 20.
To the people that are, we'll say, that support Biden and they will not support any other candidate if he loses the nomination, how do you approach that, being a Bernie supporter?
So who said they won't support another candidate?
I think what he's asking.
There's been just generally I know there's people in the audience listening, and I know for a fact on Facebook that will not support another nomination other than Biden. That they will not vote
for anybody but Biden or Bernie.
Biden.
They're not voting for anybody but Biden.
Correct.
Well, that's just
they're in for a disappointment, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Well, I haven't made up my mind yet, and kind of with things going on right now, it's kind of, Biden's just kind of starting to worry me a little bit. And that's all I'm going to put there. I mean, not just him, but he's, all of this Ukraine shit and stuff. They're still trying to,
Yes.
put shit on Biden. And so, I mean, it just depends. Like I said, I still got to March 17th to figure it out. So
Yeah,
but
well,
I'm not.
something
not
I can
against
add to
Bernie.
that is like with Biden, as far as and this is not coming from any kind of biased opinion. This is just an observation. We have this whole thing with the Ukraine with Biden, but I'm starting to think the way he's been talking to some of his people at these rallies might be what's gonna, do him in.
The
and
horse long face.
yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, Biden has a way of sticking his foot in his mouth every once in a while. The
I gotta
overall,
see how he does in South Carolina and shit.
yeah. Now South Carolina, now that is something. What I've learned about this conservative defense fund, they're serious.
Wait,
they are
hold your thought really quick.
Huh.
Let's get to Diana Mallory.
Diana Mallory just donated $10 through Super Chat and said, "Time to hit the bong." Where's the bong? I didn't get the bong. Gong. I mean gong. Gong. Love our Blue Dot family. Fuck Trump. So saith Diana Mallory. Yes, that's what we have to keep our mind on. Fuck Trump. Whenever somebody says, "Well, I don't want to vote for Biden," or "I don't want to vote for Bernie," fuck Trump. Because if we don't do this, that's what it's just giving it to him. That's what they're seeking to do. There are people out here seeking to put a divide between Democrats, putting out bad shit about Bernie, bad shit about Biden. Oh, did you hear about Buttigieg? What about, this way? Whatever. It's anti-shit to keep people, fighting amongst themselves, getting pissed off. That's the thing of the right. That's what they want to do. They want you that way. Johnny Fly donated. Johnny, what's that? What's that?
Go ahead.
No,
Donations first. Go ahead.
Johnny Fly just donated $5 through Super Chat and said, "Keep on shining, Blue Dots. Trump will get kicked out in November." Fuck Trump. Correctly spelled, too.
Thanks,
Thank you, Johnny Fly. Appreciate
You're
it very much. Now, what was you going to say? Who was going to?
I was going to say, Joe's done a good enough job of making a fool out of himself.
Yes.
I don't think that there's really
I think
any question about the fact that he's not at the top of his mental game.
Well, what gets me is people that are for Biden. If you're saying, "Oh, I don't want to vote for anybody but Biden." Well, what about Buttigieg? Because Buttigieg is a centrist Democrat. Biden is a centrist Democrat. They have different approaches to some of the things. That's what this whole argument is about. But they're pretty much central. When you're looking at the left, you're looking at Warren. You're looking at Bernie Sanders. Those are your left candidates. So if you're not for if you don't, you could go for Warren. If you're for Bernie, it's the same thing. Not the same person. I'm just saying that the value set, the goal, what you want to do, your policies all go in that direction. It's we have centrist Democrats and we have far left Democrats, progressive Democrats, I prefer to call them.
Yeah, and look, let's get this clear before, just in case, because I don't know what's going on in the chat yet. But look, this is the time to have opinions on your pick. This is the time to have conversation. There is a huge difference, though, between hating on each other, hating on each other for your pick, and having a civil discussion. And I have to say, it's blue no matter who in the end. And if you're not on that, that's a vote for Trump. And at that point, I say this: if you don't vote blue and you give it to Trump, you have no right to talk shit for the next 4 years. You don't have the right to say shit.
If you don't vote at all, and you come back later and say, "Well, I don't blame this on me. I didn't vote because my guy didn't win." It is your fault. It is your fault. We will blame you. I will blame you. There is no right now at this point going through the primaries. You should be passionate about your guy, your lady, whoever it is that you're picking, and that's what I want to promote here. Is that you can pick your own. That's what this whole democracy is about, and you can have a legitimate argument about why your candidate is better. But when you immediately come out of the box and you're talking about how bad the other guy is, That's typical politics, and that's what we try to stay away from. It's you make up your minds on the issues and what you think is important. You say, well, I like that Bernie fellow. Oh, well, I'm thinking about Biden. I don't much really like Biden. I hope Bernie gets it, and but we'll see what happens.
Well,
it's an easy conversation
it's one of
to
those.
have.
Tell me the reasons why you like your candidate.
Yeah,
maybe change my mind. Maybe
yeah.
let me see something that I don't
But
know
don't
about.
start out with he's an asshole, because then the conversation's over.
Educate.
That's right.
And just don't forget. Look, because a lot of people didn't vote last year because Bernie didn't get it. Or at least that's what we hear, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, we did get the popular vote.
Yes.
So never forget that, ever.
Yeah, that we had the popular vote.
Yeah.
That we did do that. And we're going to, look at 2018. We rose up. That's what we need to do here. Stay unified as a party, as to get our focus on one candidate. It's going to be ugly until we get to the convention, obviously. But keep in mind, it's a battle, and not everybody wins in the battle.
John, in the Blue Room, we had a discussion about, it's probably going to take a lot of red states to be turned over. What do you think the prospects are going to be that the red states will be more Democratic?
Well, now there's 3 states up that are in toss-up condition right now. Arizona, for one, McSally's down there. Mark Kelly, the astronaut, he's running against her, and he's looking good. So we could flip Arizona. Colorado, Cory Gardner, who ran down hiding. He don't want to talk to no reporters after that vote he did. And look at Colorado itself. It is leaning more blue all the time. Them old hippies out there growing their gardens of weed. You know how it goes. And of course, then we have Maine with Susan Collins, who just made an ass out of herself. He's going to learn. No, he didn't. It's bullshit. Sarah Gideon up there, I hope she comes on strong. People need to back her up there. I talked to Karen Cormier today on the phone. She is up in Maine, and she's raring to go, baby. She's kicked out of Facebook again. 20-something days now, I think. Karen Cormier, baby, we're sorry. In jail again. Again. She is a fighter, baby. She goes out on Facebook jail all the time.
I think some of these people that are in the Republican Party are living in fantasy land. It's like, how the hell can you sit there like what that Susan said, that, I'm lesson. How the hell, you've seen him for what, 3 years? He's going to do what he wants to do, but he's going to learn his lesson. What the hell type of shit is that?
The only lesson he learned is he can do whatever the hell he wants.
That's about it.
That's the only lesson he's ever learned.
Did you guys see my rant from last night?
No, I did not.
I did.
I didn't see it, Mitch.
Okay, and what did I say? I say that we have another problem, and if you want to, we can't call this talking crap about Democratic candidates. Bloomberg is not even close to a Democrat.
He's a
floater. Republican. He ran as a Republican.
Yes, he did.
He actually is one of the people that's responsible for keeping some of the worst senators that were up for re-election, like that jackass Pat from Pittsburgh, from Pennsylvania. And Bloomberg actually poured money into their campaigns, Senate and Republican. So if you're going to waste your vote on that bastard, I have no respect for you whatsoever.
Well, but what do we do, Mitch, if we come down to it, and it's Bloomberg against Trump?
Let me tell you, what do you think? Why do you think that Bloomberg will be better than Trump?
Oh, no.
Bloomberg will be a slightly more polite, slightly more intelligent version of Trump. He smells blood. He is a vulture. He is a shark. He's going to do the exact same thing that Trump did, and I am not going to vote for him. Plain and simple. I don't give a shit. I am not voting. He is not legit.
We'll agree to disagree on that one then, Mitch. And still hold you close to my heart, buddy. But, my
rationale is pretty clear.
Yes, there is no doubting on him, especially right now. You can turn on your TV and you see Bloomberg talking about throwing young black and Hispanic up against the wall for a frisk. Yes.
Yeah, stop and frisk.
Yes, he is not. He's not even a centrist Democrat. He is a right-wing Democrat.
He is a
He is a Democrat name only. Let's put it like that. He's a dino.
What's this I'm hearing that the black population they're still going to support him?
No,
He
they are
could.
not going to support it.
Well, I don't know. He got a few.
Well, what is it? The other day he literally said that he doesn't support or he doesn't like the idea of legalizing marijuana and even doesn't like medical marijuana. So guess what? He ain't going to get it no matter what, so we don't have to worry about it.
Bloomberg just stuck it in his ass again the other day. He said that he doesn't believe this whole thing about medical marijuana and marijuana being legalized or anything. He doesn't believe in that. Well, you're in the wrong party, buddy, because everybody in this party wants that done.
Just like dumbass doesn't believe in global warming.
It's ignorance in a different way. Well, let's hope by all means that Bernie or Biden or Warren come up and beat his ass. I think
so far it looks like the top. Isn't it been the trend? The top three in both the caucus and that.
It's been Bernie, Buttigieg,
and Klobuchar.
Klobuchar. Amy Klobuchar got a bump after the last debate.
Yeah.
She bumped up a bit.
I can tell you, on March 3rd, it's going to be all over.
Yeah. Tuesday, March 3rd.
All over. March 3rd.
Oh, that's Super Tuesday.
Super Tuesday. Exactly. That's when I'm going to vote and all that.
See, that's the thing with all this shit. God, this just stresses me out so much because it's like the election is all the way in November. And there's so much shit that happens for the 4 years. The moment someone else gets in,
this has been a continuous process since he got elected. Since before. That's our problem here in America is we have our election campaign season lasts from one election to the next. It starts right away. There's in many foreign countries they don't they have a certain amount of time to get out and do your campaign and get ready and vote, and that's it. We're over. Let's move on.
Let me give you a trivia question, okay?
All right.
We know that Bloomberg is spending all this money. We know that other candidates are spending all this money for advertising.
Right.
Who gets that money?
The people that own the networks in the stations and
So wouldn't you say that they kind of hold undue influence over the mainstream media?
I would say, without a doubt.
And that's why we really can't believe anything, any sort of quantitative information that we get from the
anywhere. Really, it doesn't.
Nowhere.
It's very difficult that you always are going to be faced with ascertaining your own truth to something. It's going to be what you weigh the evidence to be and where it leads you to go. It's just like any crime mystery or anything else. Is how we go through this shit in our own way. Honestly,
like the idea that you can persuade someone with a television commercial. If a television commercial is what persuades you to vote for a certain person and you not do your own goddamn research, I don't think you should vote because these commercials, even if they're from our side, it doesn't matter. It's like you can only tell so much in 30 seconds. You're not going to give someone the whole story. I mean, like, you can, like, for example, I was mentioning, like, if we were on the Senate trial making a Trump compilation video, it's showing their actions. But if you're going, so-and-so did this and so-and-so did that, and that's it, and that's all you base your opinion on is that one commercial, the political advertising, I think that's why I hate how much it takes to even run for president in this country. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't cost that much, and it's just money, like what you were mentioning, Mitch. It's capital. Well, not even capitalism. What would you call that? It's
media bribery.
Yeah, there you go. Bribery.
It's capitalism.
Bribery.
It's capitalism. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's
It just didn't feel right to say.
My question the other day was, look at the amount of money. Look at the amount of money that is going to be spent on this election from both sides. Republican and Democrat, how much money is going to be dumped into these coffers to win this election? And look at what we could do with that kind of money. And this is all money you might as well say donated to the ultra wealthy who own the corporations that run the TV. Whether it be ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, whoever, it doesn't matter. All that money funnels up, it doesn't funnel down.
Another way of saying it is that money that you donate to any candidate eventually ends up in the very pockets of the people who are fighting.
Exactly.
What would that be called? An inconvenient truth?
That's basically what it is. You know, if we look at how we run our whole system, people say the capitalist system or socialism. You know, the distinction, and we point out democratic socialism because there is authoritarian socialism, which is what China sort of is. Uh, Democratic socialism, we already have it. They don't like the word. If you don't think we have it, don't call the fucking police. Don't call the damn fire department because that's socialism. Yeah. Don't go to school. That's socialism. Everything we do, your road you drive on, that's socialism.
You want to know who?
Go ahead.
Want to know who the biggest socialists in this country are?
Who?
Jamie Dixon and the bankers that got bailed out in 2008.
Yeah. Yeah.
How is that not socialism?
It is.
And you see, another thing is too. It's like, well, like you said, the Republicans like to make that play on socialism.
Yes.
There's a difference between democratic socialism and the
authoritarian.
Yeah.
Authoritarian socialism.
But they figure, well, you know, the base, they're not going to sit there and realize there's a difference, and he gets them all fired up. You know what I mean? Yeah, he gets them all fired up.
Well, that's you know, they want to keep. I'm sorry, I was distracted momentarily.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Tina. How are you?
Chad? What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing fine, baby. How are you?
I'm doing fine, man. I ran home so I could get on tonight because I know y'all were coming on tonight.
Oh, baby, you know it. Every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, we're here. This is a family, baby. Welcome to it.
What time y'all come on, though? Because I have an appointment on Thursdays, and so I just need to know how fast I need to drive in order to
Well, darling, please be careful out on the road. We want you to make it. Tina, where are you from?
I'm Connecticut. You asked me that last time.
I'm sorry, dear.
Oh, it's okay. I know you can't remember.
I know I am. I know. I wish I could figure out what that short-term memory thing is all about.
She's 2 states above me from here in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I'm over in Johnny Fry's area. I sure am.
That's right. Okay.
Northeast.
Tina, I love your voice, Tina. You just get us all perked up here.
Came in happy, baby. That's what we like.
Wait. I saw Johnny Fly's picture. I was like,
ain't that some shit? Where's this picture?
Oh.
Yeah. I got it here somewhere. Wait a minute.
You clean your desk.
I know it. You noticed. I know. Yeah. See, that's the problem with cleaning my desk. See, I had a damn place for everything.
I see it over in the corner, John.
Do you? Where? Give me a hint.
Oh, I see it too.
You see it too? What is this? Where's Waldo?
Check your alcohol section over
there. Look at there. There's Johnny Fly.
That's a good place to keep him over there.
There's the lone cowboy himself, baby, right there.
Hey, John, you got to remember, beer and Bud night is tomorrow night, not tonight.
Yep.
It is when I say it is.
That depends on who you're talking to there, Johnny.
What you talking about?
Yeah, really. This is a democratic household. I tell my family, my wife, my kids, this is all they can do anything they want so long as it's all right with me. That's it.
Okay.
And I think Mama has
a free society here.
Too.
Yeah. And I have Mama's permission to say that.
No,
hey, Tina, what part of Connecticut you in?
The bleak part.
The bleak part.
I used to live in Norwalk and Trumbull.
Oh, I worked in Trumbull. I live in Waterbury, and I work in New Haven.
There is one awesome steakhouse up there in Waterbury, and I can't remember the name of it, but we used to go up there all the time. It was a fabulous steakhouse.
I will give the Northeast and Connecticut big kudos on the food. The food is outstanding. If you're a foodie, it's a really good place to. I would say the coast is really good places to eat.
Yeah, I went up to visit, or we all went up to visit some really good friends of ours.
What's this we shit?
Me, Tyler,
we
Rose.
Didn't go.
Yeah, no, well, okay. But no, we visited him. He was working over in Groton, and man, I wish I can remember the pizza place, but they took us for some pizza and they're like, oh, Connecticut pizza, way better than New York pizza. And I'm like, wow.
It really is.
Yeah.
It is superior.
I
It is
have to
truly
agree.
Superior.
Yeah, because
and they have a clam pizza that is to die for.
Oh.
But you have to get it from the right place. Every clam pizza is not equal.
See, I did
So
not
you're
know
talking
about clam pizza.
guys
I
are
only
talking
knew
about-
what?
I said you're talking about Pizza Palace, aren't you?
Maybe? I don't know.
I'm talking about.
No.
I don't think
Alright,
so.
that's
I think
the
it was
one I know.
because I think there was like a smaller place. I can't remember. Goddamn.
While you're thinking, they're saying in the comments that y'all just hit 11,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes, we are at about 11,000.
Did we finally beat it?
We've been over 11,000. Yes, we did.
Oh.
Gong it.
Yeah.
Gong 'em.
Thank you. How about that? 11.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's yes, we're at over 11,000. I think we're at 11,020 right now. Last time I seen.
Good job.
And we are at we're getting close to 1.3 million views.
Yeah, well, I want to state something really quick because John F. Fly just said, good job. But here's the thing. I mean, we put on the show, but that was every single one of you who hit the button. We didn't do that.
Yeah, we
y'all
didn't do
did.
shit.
Y'all did it.
Yeah.
Y'all
So,
did that stuff.
Really, I'm sending this bell out to y'all.
Blue Dot family, baby. He's right.
You just reminded me.
This is not a me thing. This is a we thing. All of us in this shit.
Sure.
That's what I was telling Travis. That's what I got when I open the show. I try to write down the names of the first people that come on because I want to call them out. Hey, we appreciate that you just jumped right in here, and we're here. And so I like to call them out. And then I start looking at what everybody's saying, and people are saying hi Val Wood, or hi David, or hi Carol, and that's people that have already met or talked to each other, and man, it's Donna Bonacosi, baby, how are you doing? I hope Linda's doing all right. Nope, there's Linda right there underneath her in the chat. So glad to see you both. Understood that you were going to have a coffee date with somebody there, Donna. I don't know if that happened or not, but it's that reaching out and meeting new friends thing that it really is the one thing in this whole thing that excites me more than ever anything is when I see Blue Dots hooking up and talking to each other and connecting. To me, that's a societal thing. That's reaching across a large area and finding somebody that is just like you. And
the day that we found your show, and we've been devotees ever since, it was life-changing for me,
Well,
Mitch, you're the one who shows us all that our voice matters.
It does matter.
Every one of our voices matter.
Every one of us, down to the person. And it's no, we didn't get back. Okay.
I just enjoy though, John, the way you rant is like it inspires everybody. It's like like you're fed up with it and you're not gonna take it anymore type of attitude. I love it.
All right. I'm awesome. I know it. Let's don't make a big fucking deal out of it.
Hey,
that's what the shirt says. That's what the shirt says.
Let's not go crazy.
Where did he get the bill?
Yeah,
Man, it's like you have a shirt with your own shirt.
Yeah. Well, it's like I say. I just appreciate you taking the time to take the time.
Right.
I appreciate all that, but it really is.
I mean, that could be said to you guys logging into the show.
Yeah.
I mean,
every one of you.
Really, it would just be. I mean, the live show came in way later, but it was just Dad doing his rants in the shop because one, it was therapeutic, and two, it felt really good after the first few videos to know we weren't alone in this, and now that we get to do this,
look around me.
Every other day.
This is what amazes me. Look around me. Everything you see in this shot, this is their Blue Dot family. I really do. I get so overwhelmed with this sometimes. I really do because most of the time I think, who the fuck am I? I'm nobody. Do I deserve Captain Blue Dot or Cowboy Hat Man? I sometimes I think no, I don't. I don't deserve this.
John, you are a very humble man.
It's.
Hey, but it's your
I'm not
voice
doing
too. You
anything
always,
that any
you
one of you
always
wouldn't do.
tell us. you always tell us and reinforce to us that it's our voice and it's also your voice.
Thank
And
you,
we are
Tina.
so appreciative for it. And because you spoke up, you allowed us to come together and speak.
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
you,
let's go
We
back to
share.
bashing Donnie. Let's go back to
No,
bashing Donnie.
Well,
you made
I'll tell
it
you
when
what,
your
like,
picture's on
seriously,
your own T-shirt.
Oh shit!
So
I got my
wait,
picture
oh
from
wait.
my own T-shirt.
I love that.
I love
when
that.
I do a rant and I see that John watches or likes the rant, that means more to me than everybody else because
You know
I
what?
respect you so
I
much.
get a big high the first time I saw Randy Kervin do his. All right.
He's awesome.
Leo Sahaki. Who's this guy? He's a preacher. What out of Nashville? Sitting on a motorcycle here. Let's see what these guys got to say. I liked him.
Yeah, we'll see. You know what's
John
fun?
Heron, when he spoke up,
Yeah.
the first thing caught me, the guy, he's an archaeologist, by the way. And the way he came, it's like a Indiana Jones almost. It's in a dark shadow half thing. I love that shit. And that's his style. That's him. I love it. But I love to see people speak their mind.
I'm going to take this away from you.
Good.
Because when you get to Mitch,
oh man,
it's not it's I mean, of course the message is there, but he's like, I wonder what Mitch is cooking tonight in his video.
I like to watch him cook. I like to watch him cook, and he's with Mitch in the room. It's scary sometimes because Mitch is a very well informed individual about a lot of subjects, so you can't bullshit him.
No.
Yeah.
It's I just keep quiet when Mitch talks.
Yeah,
listen.
And you respect somebody
you could
who's
try.
knowledgeable. Yeah, well, we all try.
But you're going to fail.
There you go. See, confidence, baby. It looks good on everybody. No,
I always find myself listening in awe when I hear Mitch.
Yeah.
All of us have a central conceptual thought of how we want this world to be. That's why we're all here. We're not all alike. We're not all on the same level, on the financial level or educational level or societal level. We're not all there. We're all on different levels. Every one of us. Are you sitting? I've never worn a tux except once in my life, my brother's wedding. That's it. Mitch, he looks good. And he looks like he wears one quite frequently. You know, it's that kind of feeling when you have an intersocietal mixture in this family. From people that are in a very well-off position, and to those that way down here where you're scratching out a living every freaking day. There's a lot of stories in here, a lot of stories of family trouble, of tragedy in this family. It's that's what I tell y'all sometimes. Sometimes it's, you know, Mary Ann McLaughlin's life. We love it. In a nutshell, we get it every month. Mama reads them, and most of the time Travis or Tyler is in there when she's reading them. It's a month-long letter, and it means so much to me. Paulette Hallbeck, who has been with us for years, sends a card every month with a donation in it. Every month for years, and it becomes a part of your. And it's not about the donation thing. It's about that connection to people that stay with you for such a long time. I don't have any friends, save one that I know from my youth. There's only one guy. Huh? Who?
Jenny?
Oh, Jenny's my baby.
Never mind.
Jenny's my sweet ass. I don't hear her, so I presume Tyler moved her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I got to go get peppermints. We're out of peppermints. This is not a good thing.
No. Especially since you sent me like a fucking guinea pig last night and said, here, give her these cookies. And she didn't like them.
Travis came back up. She didn't like them cookies. Oh, shit. We'll get we have candy canes left. Yeah. And that's the only peppermint we have. So we unwrap one, but every time you try to break it, it like shatters it to like 100 little pieces.
We know not to buy that brand again.
Yeah.
See, he figured, Travis, that he would send you out in case Jenny would kick you.
Oh, well, here's the thing with that. And, you know, Jenny is not the biggest fan of me only because When
You don't
Jenny
cough
got
up treats, buddy. What's up? You
No.
walk by all the time.
No,
You
no,
got nothing,
it's-
nothing in your pocket.
it's
Shit.
not. You know that's not that.
She's
No,
like-
I was the one who gave her medicine when she had her
Yes.
bad bite on her back, and ever since she's been kind of freaked out of me. And I told Dad from the very beginning
Yeah.
I would do it because I didn't want her to be afraid of him.
That was Travis's big thought. He didn't want me being the one to do the medicine. He wanted me to be up on her head holding her
Yeah.
because he didn't want her to associate that pain with me.
No.
Ain't he
You're
a good
getting to
kid?
open wounds,
Ain't
boy.
that a good kid? No. It was a very horrible situation for everybody involved, including her.
But boy, did
I
she
just-
recover.
Yes, she's got a fine-looking butt now, with a very sexy-looking scar, and a story to go with it. So, you know, I just don't want to ever go through that shit again.
I almost envy her.
She's loved, baby. I'm telling you, everybody loves. I have to get up because she's back under the house again because she has two places to stay. She has her own pen over on one side of the house. It's got two sheltered, one's in there with the hay and the feeder thing, and the other one's just a stall down there she can go wander in. But it's a good separation between two and room to wander. And then there's under the house when I don't feel confident and when I worry about her. She's under the house. You know. Now, what that does is when I get up and when I get up in the morning when she's under the house, I really do tiptoe as quietly as I can to get to the coffee and get a cup of coffee and tiptoe and sit down. Because if one board creaks, the next thing I'm going to hear is, she will go off. I know you're up. I know you're up. So it's like, oh, damn. Run outside.
You just gotta yell down. You gotta yell down, John.
Yeah.
Wait till I get my coffee.
Yeah,
done,
she's not
Jenny."
getting treats at that time in the morning. She gets her oats and. Oh, I thought somebody was talking. I heard London.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all
Sorry
right.
about
That's all right, bro. Just took me a second to realize who it was. Yeah. Well, you got to lay over there. Ain't that fun?
I got another hour or so.
Shit. I can't remember the last time I was in the airport. 90. I went to
Mine was
Indianapolis.
98.
I went to
98
Indianapolis,
for me.
Indiana on an Army convention there they held in Indianapolis. Went out to see the Motor Speedway and several other things there in Indianapolis. That was the last time, I think. And then I've been up to Rock Island, Illinois, several times in the Tri-City up there.
You gotta get you
I
on a
love
plane again.
I
John.
love our family. I mean, we have a family of choice, right? We all choose people.
That's true.
Yeah, when you're
Right.
born, you don't choose the family that you're born into.
Nope.
But you choose the family to associate with.
Well,
Exactly.
Associate with a family, it might as well be a decent.
Well, I think we're pretty well decent fellas, folks, in here. You know, generally, you got a few. You know, that Dennis fella, we got to watch him all the time. Johnny Fly
Yeah, a
Guy,
little
Jesus
riff-raff in
Christ.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Somebody
you,
has to keep
it's
in
the
mind, John.
combination of everything. It's everything. I won't forget. Dennis is the one that was instrumental in getting us a Blue Dot family meeting, a hookup up in San Antonio. We can thank Dennis that he put all that together. And,
Time for another one.
what's
saying.
that?
It's time for another one. Just
It
saying.
is. Yeah. I'm good to go for any one of them. I just love that. Anytime I have a chance to hook up with y'all in person, I would just jump on it.
You're gonna wait until the weather gets better, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Right.
yeah, a little bit better. Right
Yeah.
now it's so clustery.
Yeah, I wouldn't
and
be asking
different.
nobody. Get
There-
out in foul weather. Although
Did you get any
it's been
snow at
down.
all this
It was
year?
beautiful here today. We have
Yeah,
blue
it's good.
skies, high temperatures. Got
No,
out
you
and
don't-
worked in
you
the
didn't get
garden.
any-
We're
No,
the
we didn't-
lucky ones there, John.
Yeah,
kinda-
we-
Yes.
it's been the
Yes.
same thing here.
We don't get much snow up here this winter. It's been a very mild winter here.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Well,
complaining.
it's crazy here because it's like the azalea bushes usually don't start blooming until around spring and stuff. But here they start. Here last 2 or 3 years they've been right at the beginning of February. They start blooming. It's like, wow. It's crazy. And I think we only got like 24, 25 days and time changes again.
Oh, no,
It's
right
almost
now.
as if the climate has changed.
Yeah. Down here, January's planting season.
Well,
Any luck,
the
we won't have any
daffodil-
more freezes the rest of the year. Or we
the
didn't even have
daffodils are
one.
coming up.
What are you
The
looking at over
daffodils
there?
are coming up. The daffodils are coming up around here, John. I mean, they're not, the flower buds aren't out yet, but the leaves are like probably about an inch and a half high already.
Boy, howdy.
Yep.
Tyler and I walked way down by the river over there where we haven't been in a while. And so, what do you call those things down there? Stinging nettle. They're yellow flower on top. Yeah, they're about 3 feet tall. Sporadic. It's not
I know
like
what
a
you're talking
jungle.
about, John.
Yeah, stinging nettle. They're about
Yeah,
3 feet tall
Wow.
out there. I thought, God, I got to get down here and mow this because it's on a separate level. There's 2 levels on my property. One is street level up here where the road is, and then behind my house it goes down and drops about an elevation of maybe 10 feet, and then flattens out for a while, and then it has another elevation change down to the river. So it's like stair steps down. So during the winter, I don't go down there and mow that bottom part down there for a while because I could get stuck real easy. And it ain't fun because if it gets stuck, it's staying. I don't have the energy anymore to drag it out of there myself. So
Well, I mean, that's why you got.
that's why I'd
yeah.
call on y'all. Get over
Yeah,
here
I was
and
about
mow
to say.
lawnmower
I mean,
stuck
we're
out
here
here
for
again.
a reason. I'd like to think.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know, I was taking my walk tonight around a local cemetery here. Well, my parents and stuff are buried down there and different family members. But I always walk around, and this one guy in a pickup truck. Now, don't ask me what the hell he was trying to do. He tried to go into the grass areas at the other end of the cemetery, the eastern part,
Yeah.
and that ground gets really soaked with water when it rains. Well, he got in and he got stuck, and then he tried to back out and he couldn't go anywhere. It was like I even went up to him. I said, "What are you trying to do, buddy?" He goes, "Well, I was trying to turn around." I thought to myself, "Why don't you just, you might have to do a few little swing arounds with the truck, but why go into the grass for it to turn around?" And here is all I told him. I said, "It's all more." I said, "You're not going to get out like that." He was still there when I left.
Damn. My wife gets
Yeah.
worried about me every time I get near down by the river. Because when I get real near the edge, there is a rather steep drop off there, down to the river, another probably 15 feet down to the water, but it's rather steep. And so she always worried that she watches me all the time, make sure I don't tumble off the edge. I keep telling her, I've been driving this all my life. Don't tell me how to drive, woman. I've been get in the back seat. Get in the back seat. Yeah, you believe all that shit you want to. Oh man. Jorge, Tire Biter, how are you, buddy? Jorge, are you with us? Well, look here, we done drug Jorge down here, and he ain't gonna talk to us. Ain't that some shit? He's up there busy at the Tire Biter Ranch, conveniently located 5 miles out of town on the end of the dirt road. And anyway, he's not paying attention to us. He'll come around here in a minute and pop in, I'm sure. There he is.
Oh man, I had a phone call. I
Tell him to bug off. You're busy.
on my girl.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but I had to hang up my girlfriend to talk to you, man.
Oh, don't do that. Hang up on us and go back and talk to her. Shit, who are we?
It's hard to get through here, man.
Boy, howdy. Jorge, how are you, buddy? You doing all right?
I'm good, man. How's things doing down around Court?
We're fine. Had a nice day today. Nice sunshine. Got out and worked in the garden a little bit. We got tomatoes up and growing. We got what else we got? We got cucumbers.
Yeah, the cucumbers are doing really
Cucumbers
good.
are doing up and good.
I just went over there to look, and I'm just really disappointed that our peppers haven't sprouted
Yeah,
yet. So.
none of the peppers have sprouted.
No.
Might have to redo the peppers. Bad
I
seeds.
thought
maybe.
you had. Don't you have to store them
We
indoors,
live a
John?
little north of you, man, and it's gonna get down to like in the 20s tonight here.
Really?
And so it's a little too early for us.
Yeah, I think our low tonight is going to be 37. What's that?
Yeah, we'll order hill country. You know.
Yeah, you're up a little cooler than I am. Oh yeah, but you got a prettier view than I do.
Y'all can't hear me, huh?
Tina?
Yes, I can hear you, Tina. Go ahead.
We can hear you.
Oh no, something was happening. Like I couldn't hear you guys right.
Oh, you
and
cut.
then,
Well,
so I
we'll
didn't
try to
think you
yell
could hear
louder.
me.
Good night,
Okay.
Tammy Ames. What were you going to say something?
Yeah. I was talking to Bernadette earlier, and we were just talking, and I was saying, going back to that guy that he shouldn't be named guy. I'm not ready to see democracy die.
Nope.
Nope. I'm just not ready to see democracy die. And I feel like at some point we have to get back to the first part of the Constitution that says "we the people."
We the people. We the people, baby.
Because we have lost. Lost we the people. Maybe we've never really had we the people, but we should be working towards getting better at
I think we had most of the people. That's how we progress as a nation. That's what I always say. Every step of our country from its birth, from its very conception forward, has been a series of battles. You can look through history, all through history. We have never had a time when we were not. Yes, all brought to you by liberals. That's right. Every benefit you have today is brought to you by liberals, because we keep marching forward, baby. And that's what moves our country forward. That's what moves us towards that, I don't know, that faraway utopian idea that we all have of what society should be.
Absolutely.
But
it's right there in the Constitution, right? It says
Right.
we the people.
Right. We the
That
people.
sounds like social democracy.
Yeah, you know how that social democracy shit is. Yeah.
You know what? Name it whatever you want to. Name it turtle soup.
Who gives a shit what a day? It's what this is. Our whole country was founded on this idea of self-government, that we the people could form a more perfect union and march ourselves into the future. But it has been a constant battle to as Mitch reminds us, that it starts with those we the people. Defining that has been a battle all our life. Well, that don't count them black people over there. We don't count them. Oh, yes, you do. Well, we ain't going to count them gay people. Oh, yeah, you are. I ain't taking them transgenders. Yeah. Oh, yes, you are. It's we the people.
Yeah, we are all here.
That's it, baby.
All of us.
It is all of us. And there has been a certain part of our population always that has fought for that. Never has been a time in our history when that was not trying to be progressed by somebody. What's that, Jorge?
If you don't like some of us, well, to hell with you.
Yeah.
We're still here. You know?
Well, the way I look at it, if you don't like some of us, that's okay. There's some of us don't like your ass. But you have no right to determine who gets what in this country. Who has rights in this country?
Because we are the people.
We are the people. We the people. And that means every American, naturalized or born here, baby. That's all of us. And those that are striving to become Americans, that's what our great-grandparents and grandparents and all that shit went through to get here.
Hey, John?
Yes, sir.
That what was said today, that Rush Limp-Dick, he really had me fired up today. Son of a bitch.
Ain't he pitiful?
What the hell?
Well, that's what they're going to do, Johnny. That's what they're going to do. They're going to, hey, look, that guy's gay. You're going to have to put up with him kissing his husband right there. What are you going to say about that?
Yeah,
well, the same thing you're saying about Mr. Pussy Grabber. Oh, bull! You ain't got no moral authority to march in here and talk shit. Your man is a whoremonger. He's had 3 wives, 5 kids. All the shit that y'all on that moral majority side preach against. Oh, you can't have that. It's bullshit.
They kiss their spouses and stuff. Why should?
Yes, they do. And again, they go out and kiss their lover.
But Rush has got that medal of freedom now, so he can say what the fuck he wants.
That just chaps my ass. He's got that.
Go back to Newt Gingrich and how many wives did he have?
Yeah,
yeah, really.
Newt, who left his wife with cancer to pursue Miss Plastic Barbie, who he is still married to today, who looks exactly like she did 20 years ago. And I mean, that stuff's put on there with a putty knife, buddy. There ain't a single blemish in that shit. It's sanded, I mean, polished down, and that hair is how much hairspray goes in that hair, I don't know. But you look at her 10 years ago, look at her today, she's exactly the same.
Is that like all the blondes on Fox News?
That's them. You know, I always get a laugh. I always point out the fact, on Fox and Friends, they put the girl in the middle. You know why? Because there's a bunch of pretty sad assholes out there who actually discuss. Did you see her skirt today? Look at that, she's looking good. That's what they're there for, and they.
Look back.
You okay there, buddy?
Yeah, just lost the word, and that pisses me off. They pander to that that demographic.
A wardrobe department in Fox News.
Oh yeah.
And they put them in those dresses.
It's the turnaround thing.
They go so high above the knee, and they get close to showing something.
The sexism that I can imagine in network TV is pretty brutal, I would imagine.
They're appealing to older men who want to see like porn.
Yeah, they want the weather girl to be sexy. That's what they want. That's what
But Jesus would want the weather girl to be sexy, wouldn't he?
Of course he would.
Hey, those old men probably don't get much anymore.
What's that, Tina?
Someone attractive on TV.
Tina, I only got about half of that. Your microphone's kind of breaking up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you hear that? Can you hear me any better?
It fades in and out. First you're loud, and then you fade way away. Hold on, Travis is coming. Maybe he knows how to deal with something. I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
That's all right. Just hang.
I don't know why.
I can hear you good though right now.
Okay.
Mary Magdalene at the well.
Laughing on the fact that I appreciate a nice-looking man when I watch TV too, so I can't be mad at him for having a blog.
No. Marcia's got her hunks that she looks at on TV. I ain't stupid. I always bug her. You love me though, huh, honey? You love me though.
Yeah, I got my favorite little news anchor girl. I got a couple of them.
I don't find any of those Fox girls attractive at all. They all look alike.
Yeah, they all look
They're
alike.
All stupid as the day is long. They're all dumb.
They all share a brain.
And they're all in my book.
They're like a hive
selling bullshit, so I know your breath smells like crap, and I don't want to get near you. So,
It's almost a generic thing that they've got going on.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's obvious. But then if we look honestly, it's not confined to Fox. There's, you see it in so many. Yeah, it's like that. You got to have this pretty look, or what they consider to be a pretty look. There's some that don't, but it's sad to see that. That's how come we need the Equal Rights Amendment ratified through all the states. We need to bring it back until it is.
Hello.
But John, it's everywhere.
It is.
It's kind of like, Willie and Waylon would
compromising all the branches of government. That's my fear. What if he does, in fact, get reelected? What are we going to do with the fact he's broken all the branches of government, particularly the executive branches, all of them, the Departments of Commerce, all 15 departments of state, Department of Justice, all of them. He's got them all malfunctioning.
That's what he's working on.
We're voting on our future.
Yes.
We're voting on our future, plain and simple. If we're smart enough to get together and launch it, then we'll figure out how to make things okay.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I ain't hanging around.
Well, that's what I've told many of our Blue Dot family members is when we take this power back, when we win the White House, when we take the Senate, when we hold the House, that's when the work begins. That's when the things that we want, we need to push for, baby, because now we're going to have the power to do it. And that's what I want.
We got a lot of work.
We have, we have to take the White House, the Senate, and hold the House of Representatives so we can implement the vision that we have for this country. If we don't get all three, it's going to be a fight all the way.
And it's like
we got a lot of work to do.
Yes, we do.
That's like I've said
Mucho
before.
trabajo.
Mitch was saying the other night. we're fucked still. Yeah, even if we do get him out, we got a lot of
still
shit
have work
to deal
to do.
with.
Exactly.
We got a lot.
Because I get that
stuff.
all the time. Well, what are you
And
going
we
to do,
gotta-
John? When this is all over, you ain't going to have nothing to do. Are you shitting me? If I just look at the EPA by itself, that's enough to piss me off. Start going through every damn regulation they did away with. This is our future.
I mean, are we going to have to
future.
try to figure out what the hell to do with the Republican Party to get their asses back on track?
Defeat them so soundly that they have to move themselves back from where that dumpster they fell into, the sewer drain over there that they all slipped into and found themselves in this Trump crap syndrome, and dig themselves out and try to find integrity again. They don't have anything. They've lost everything. Everything that the Republican Party has ever professed to be has been steadily chipped away with, and now with the exoneration of Donnie in the Senate is the final knife in the back of the Republican Party at anything it ever was. You've capitulated yourself. You're no longer in the freaking picture as far as you're
we got all these countries that we're going to have to prove to again that we are capable.
Oh my God, we have to apologize to the entire world.
No, it's not a fact of an apology. It needs to be, we have to prove who we are. That when we profess democracy, we're not just using it as a word that just means shit. We can't tell a country like Ukraine that we're willing to back you for democracy in your fight against Russia, and oh, by the way, we want you to dig up dirt on my political opponent. That's not democracy. That is exactly the opposite of what we want to project in the world. So that's why we need good ambassadors and good. What's that, Johnny Fly?
What I was going to say is, once we get them in, we need to keep them in. I mean, we have to.
Yes.
We can't have them come in, have us win, and then the next 4 years, oh, well, we want the Republicans, because they'll undo everything we ever did.
This fight will never end. This fight that we're in is never going to end. That's what I mean. Our whole history has been one steady fight after another. Even in the times that they make believe was make America great, we want to go back to the 1950s again. Screw you. Well, you weren't, you were an ultra white guy with every privilege in the world. That's what you want. And screw the rest of society? No. The fight was going on then. It continues today, and it will continue to go through our generation, through our kids' generations, and on down, because we're looking at something that, if we're lucky, thousands of years from now will be a thing of the past. There will be no prejudice. There will be no bigotry, no hatred and shit like that, that we would become a world looking to not only save itself, but to promote humankind and not just see who's the richest one and dies with all the toys. It can't be
John,
like that.
I think when that happens, we'll be in our grave.
We will, Johnny. We will. You and I will be dust for years, for eons, before this comes about. But that doesn't lessen the responsibility of each generation to keep that fight going. Because if any one of these generations ever stopped, baby, it's a different world that progresses from that point. You know what I mean? We fight for all, baby. And until we're all included, until we're all we the people, then we can't stop this fight.
Yeah, but the values that we have and we share are not theirs.
No. As I always say, we will always have racist cockroaches, because some racist cockroach is going to teach his little son cockroach that same shit, and it will live through his generation. That's what I mean. It's a generational fight. It's going to take forever. But that doesn't lessen the responsibility on us to advance it as much as we can while we have our opportunity. This is our shot, baby. This is our moment. This is our chapter in the book, baby. We write the chapter.
What do you think that we could do in order to help eliminate at this point? I think education has a lot to do with it. Can you hear me at all?
Yes. I don't know if Jorge can, because you two keep talking at the same time. No, you're right. Education is key, and that is in that education, the kind I'm talking about, you can't find in a book. It's going to have to come from your heart to your child. In everybody's life, you have that responsibility of instilling in your offspring that notion of what is acceptable, what is right, and what I consider in my mind a duty. That you have a duty to do as best you can to help your fellow man. Anybody that knows me, you call me 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. As much as my wife is bitching at me, I will get up and get my ass up and go get my jumper cables and come rescue your ass. That's who I am. I have always been that guy. I am proud of being that guy. That doesn't make me a superhero. I like to think that it is what any good friend would be. Anybody in dire need. As they say, when your friends will bail you out of jail, your best friend is going to be in jail with you, buddy. So, I'm just saying. He's going to be saying, what a hell of a night that was, John. You bet your ass it was. Where's the bail at? Let's get out of here.
Y'all will be working on an alibi.
That's right. We'll be working on an alibi. Just put
John, what I've noticed a lot, John, is that the people down south are very, very nice people. They make you feel at home. I love it down south.
Believe it or not, it's everywhere. It's not just a southern thing. We make an issue out of it and we like to be proud of it. But when I was up in Ohio, when I was up in South Dakota, people all along the way, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, just loved Arkansas. It's the nicest people. Kentucky the same way. It's just people when you get them by themselves and you're not involved in politics or religion or any kind of other dispute in life, but are just people enjoying life itself. Where you run into somebody at a park or somebody at a national monument or something, you walk, everybody's, how you doing? Nice, thank you very much. Where are you from? Oh, well, yeah. Oh, Texas, yeah, that's you. It's just people, and that's what we strive to be. That's what utopium to me is just people. People being people. Ain't there a song like that? Some shit. I don't know. It's that. It's when society itself, each one of us, recognizes everybody's individual worth in this world. And, who knows, one day. But I digress. What's that, Jorge?
I've had the good fortune to travel around the world a lot, and I run into good people everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not just here. It's everywhere.
Nope. And I've run into assholes everywhere.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Most people get up and they go to work and they come home and they take care of their family and they pay their bills.
That's right.
And they're not doing a jihad or anything.
No.
They may believe in Islam.
Everybody has to pay the bills, baby. I don't care what religion, what sex you are or what. Everybody's got to pay the bills.
You may go to the Catholic church on Saturday night or whatever and play bingo. I don't care.
Yeah. No, me neither.
Yeah.
Just,
It's not like they're...
If I say I don't want to go to bingo, don't get pissed at me. I still love you. I just don't like bingo. Well, I do, but metaphorically speaking.
Bingo hall,
yeah. Well,
these aren't my enemy.
Not me. I'd rather be up at the Tire Bottle Ranch when they're playing a little music so I could throw a little sawdust. Well, hell, at your place, you don't even need sawdust.
You should go up and I'll break out my dough rope.
There you go. Oh, man, y'all ought to see Travis's bass guitar he got back from a friend. Yeah, from a friend that does this. It is outstanding. And it's got...
Yeah.
What did he get?
Oh, it was my first bass.
Yeah, go ahead and describe it.
No, it was my first bass that my dad ever got for me, and a friend of mine does custom work and likes to take things apart and all that other stuff.
Like steampunk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's things on there that look really neat that don't do a damn thing unless he throws a switch, and then some things light up, and like, oh shit, this one's got like a... Yeah, it is wicked looking.
Yeah, he does. He's a really awesome guitar tech, and he can do pretty work, but in his spare time, he likes to do gnarly work, and he asked, can I experiment on your bass?
And he did.
And he did, and I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah. Put it like this, Jorge.
Yeah.
I swear, there's a Bendix on there from a starter, buddy. If you need an extra part, you know. I think that's what that is on there. I can't be sure, but I think that's the
You guys went ape shit on this thing.
I seen that place thing you got up there with the boat trailer with the lawnmower up there ready to go. I seen that.
Well, yeah,
Travis, do you play in a band or what?
No, I do not play in a band. I just play music for fun. That's about it.
Okay.
I've done a few band projects in the past, but nothing ever too serious, and just mostly for fun and just making some silly stuff here and there, or song or two.
Travis, I'm contemplating. I'm thinking about a new purchase along the guitar line.
Oh,
myself.
Nice.
I'm debating it. It's one I've always wanted. I'm gonna have to go the cheaper route, but I'm gonna.
What you looking at?
I'm thinking about getting a hummingbird.
Ooh, boy.
Hummingbirds are sweet.
Yeah.
I got a net. I can catch you about 3 or 4 of them out of my
No. No.
So
Good luck with that.
I am gonna go the Epiphone route.
J30 is really good too, though.
Yeah.
J30 is really nice.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Epiphone. The
No,
guitars are nice.
Not at all. I've got a couple already.
There you go.
But the hummingbird, as far as acoustic, that's just the sound that I want. And I've had many, and I just made up my mind that that's the sound I want. And it's an iconic guitar. Even though it's not the Gibson, it's the Epiphone. It's the same company.
Oh yeah.
You can make it sound like one.
Oh yeah.
The music is in the player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can take. That's like I used to say about parents. Trying to get their kids going with drums. It doesn't have to be a fancy drum set. Just put good heads on it. and tune it.
And buy extra heads because you're going to need them.
People underestimate the power of just switching out drum heads on a cheap drum kit can do. Seriously.
Yeah. It's
I have my guitars that nobody plays, and then I have my guitar.
Just as Jorge suggests, the best music you're going to hear is going to be in somebody's backyard. When people get together and start jamming.
That's where we play.
That's baby. That's when the feelings come out. That's when, because you're comfortable.
On the front porch with a couple of beers.
There you go. Ain't that the way music should be played? Really?
That's the way we do it. That's what the old farts jam that we have here. That's the way we do it.
Yes, the old farts jam up there.
Jam, I like that.
And for those listening, he's not bullshitting you. They have a bunch of people come up to the Tire Biter Ranch up there.
I can see it.
Everybody's wearing shorts, holding a beer. Somebody's up there with drums, and somebody's got guitar going, and it's just I have not been to one. I haven't been invited, but you know how they are.
I'm pretty sure you've been invited.
Okay, I've been invited. I just can't get up there. I would love to make it up there.
I'll tell you what. We leave the gate open, and you never know what's going to wander in.
There you go. There you go. As a matter of fact, I keep my gate open too. I only close it when I'm pissed.
Set up a tent in the front yard, man, and party down.
There you go. Yep. That's what I mean. That's when you're going to hear the best music you ever heard, because it's going to be so comfortable and hilarious too.
And everybody makes the best barbecue.
There you go. There you go. You got to do something while that meat's getting ready.
Yeah, I remember.
You got beer, and you got musicians, and what could go wrong?
All right, that's it. We're all heading over to Jorge's house. Get in the car. Let's go. Let's all go. That's all.
I remember. I remember one time when I was in my.
Break out the good guitars.
Yeah, there you go.
When I was in my early 20s,
I'll break out the good guitars.
The good guitar.
What's that, SC?
When I was in my early 20s, I had a group of older guys. These guys are like, in their 50s, all well-established businessmen. And one was a painting contractor, and every Wednesday night we would all get together and we would play music. And this was kind of like their Wednesday night poker night kind of thing, getting away from the wives, going out and playing music. And they buy this 2 cases of Bush beer, which I could not stand Bush beer. I can't stand that shit. But anyway, different story. But
if it's the only beer there,
yeah, I was gonna say. But I drank it. I drank it. But we had this black guy that had a barbecue pit set up across the street, and we would go play, and we'd go across the street, and we would just get a slab of ribs with like 2 or 3 pieces of white bread, and that would be our Wednesday night thing. And we would just sit around, get drunk, making noise, and it was just crazy. And
music
is so
always
much
something
fun.
that brings you
together. It was so much fun. And here, like I said, I was like this 22, 23-year-old kid with these guys, and it's just all about fun.
Yeah.
And it gave me something to do, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of every minute.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot.
We live out in the country. We can make noise, and nobody's going to
5 miles out of town at the end of the dirt road. Can't miss it.
I wish I could do that.
I love it, baby.
That's the best.
I love it. Well, I guess we're going to call it for an evening. We're a little overtime tonight, but that's fine. I enjoyed that. That's what this is all.
Good talking to you.
Jorge.
I mean, every now and then I jump in here.
And we're glad every time you do, buddy. We're glad every time you do.
We're here, and we're supporting. We've been.
Are you shitting me?
Supporting.
I look forward to seeing your shit on Facebook. Funniest thing I see all day.
Yeah, well, you gotta laugh about this.
That's
shit,
right.
right.
You have to. You have to keep your spirits back.
I try to keep it funny.
Well, we're glad you're here, buddy. We're glad all y'all are here.
I'm heading out too.
All right, Mitch, buddy, I appreciate you coming by. Enjoy your flight. Enjoy your trip as
I
much as you
probably
can.
will not be around.
Well, you'll be out. You'll be out having a high time. We know. But think of us occasionally. Know that you got a Blue Dot family waiting on you, buddy. We love you too. Take care of yourself.
Mitch.
Take care, Mitch.
And
See you,
Tina,
Mitch.
thank you so much for coming. We
I hope
appreciate
you
it.
guys can hear me.
Yes, we can hear
You
you.
guys can hear me. Oh, okay. Good,
You're cutting in and out, but every now and then we do hear you.
Right.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
you're having such
Okay, yeah.
issues today.
Yeah, you're having some issues with
and
your mic.
I couldn't hear Jorge at all when he was speaking. I got to go back now.
That's
and
all right.
listen
He
to
didn't
you
say
guys'
anything worth a shit
conversation.
anyway.
That's all right. Hey,
I'm
thanks.
teasing you, Jorge.
Hey, so good to listen and talk to you guys. Thanks, John. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Tina,
Have
for
a
coming
good
by.
one.
We'll be back here again on Sunday, baby. So come by if you want to.
At the same time?
Yeah,
Same time?
5:30. 5:30 on Sunday.
Central time.
Central time, right. 5:30 Central time
Take care, all y'all.
or thereabouts.
Take care.
All
All right. SC, thank you very much for coming, buddy.
Guys.
Good.
Pleasure.
And Jorge, keep hold of the hill country, buddy. We need you to take care of it for us.
We do, man.
All right. John I Fly, buddy, we always appreciate it. Thank you for coming in and using your voice.
You're welcome.
And Dennis Valadez, buddy, what can we say? Our moderator for the night. We appreciate you all the time, buddy. And he chumped us off. Look at that shit. All right, Dennis, we appreciate all y'all, those in the YouTube and the Facebook family out there on the chat. We appreciate that very much, that you're being here, giving your time, listening and being part of this family. I love it when y'all reach out to each other, so do that. Make a friend, comment to somebody, hey, I know you, or whatever. Whatever it takes. Make a friend and make it grow. That's all we have to do. Anyway, I'm going to run up in the Blue Room and discuss a little bit of shit with everybody up in the Blue Room for a little bit. Then I'm going to be out in the living room visiting with Mama. Y'all have a wonderful night. Y'all say goodnight.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody.
There you go. Y'all take care. Thanks for coming in, and we'll see you again on Sunday. Bye now.
Good night.
Well, wait.
Bye.
Wait. Put the beer on the ice and get your bud in the bowl, because tomorrow's Beer and Bud Friday. Just putting that public service announcement out there. Y'all take care. We'll see you later. Bye.